today. From Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the San Francisco 49ers. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. The 49er offense coming out here for the first time, led by their quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo. Garoppolo, 5th season with the 49ers, 8th overall in the National Football League.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Garoppolo's throw taken in by Samuel. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. There are the numbers for Samuel from that game last week. 6 catches, 82 yards, and a touchdown.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. Again looking for Samuel. This time the catch made. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Garoppolo again. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Minnesota offense ready to go to work here. Their quarterback at his 10th season overall now, and 4th as a Viking, Kirk Cousins.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
Running on first down is Cook, but he didn't find much there. Call it a gain of 3, 2nd down. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Cousins. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing is Cousins. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So, Charles, defensively here, you're going up against a veteran quarterback. He's got a lot of know-how, a ton of savvy, but a guy who's not the most mobile of quarterbacks. What's the plan of attack?
You spend all week pumping up your defensive front. Your defensive tackles, your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys who go after the quarterback the most, because you know that he's not going to run and beat you consistently throughout the game. You can rush more aggressively off the edge and even up the middle, because even if he evades you, he's not going to go very far. You have a lot more confidence going after him in the pocket.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On third down, Cousins. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. A third down conversion with a strong gain of 14. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And this is incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And that'll bring up second down. Back to the ground. Cook. Looking for a crease. Can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Complete. Smith has it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Here's a quick throw to Thielen. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 2nd and goal. Cousins. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On second down, Mostert. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From the 6. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Defense.
Are you serious, dog?
And that's about the easiest decline call you'll ever have right there.
Well, it leads me to one of my pet peeves, and maybe peeves is too strong of a word, but if you're going to jump off sides, finish the play. Make sure the play ends. Don't jump off sides and stop, because you see the net result here. If you go ahead and finish the play, you don't give up that type of yardage.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 37. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. On play action, Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The end result, 21 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Raheem Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore.
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Danielle Hunter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Garoppolo to Ayuk, first down 49ers.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defense in front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Jet sweep. Garoppolo taps it forward. They juked him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 77 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
This is Mostert. And a short gain down to about the 33.
That's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Now Garoppolo. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. The kick by Gold is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. It's complete to Cook. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. That is caught. Westbrook's got it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. again. It's Cousins. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins. The open man is Westbrook. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll begin.
You sure you're ready for the third quarter? Need to use a bathroom or anything? All right, cool. Let's go. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. So here are the Vikings to take over. They were losers to the Packers a week ago, but they've got the lead right now here as they come up on a 1st and 10. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
And he completes it to Westbrook.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Play fake, Cousins. They'll roll him out right. That is caught by Thielen. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
They'll run with Cook. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
2nd down and goal. Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
But listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area and just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
Third and goal from the 6. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
taken at about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
From the 24, Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On third down, here comes Mostert. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Hurd. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 36. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 26. 93 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And now Mostert is going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He's toppled the century mark already, receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. To throw is Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
They go play action. Cousins. Flush to his right. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up 1st downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that were happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. And his pass incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
He's going to float this one deep right side. This is intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. First down. It's Cook. Fred Warner, first-time All-Pro in 2020, in on the stop defensively.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Oh, what a juke into space. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his third touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. That run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Garoppolo getting this out to the flat. Mostert. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Garoppolo looks to throw. Gets this one to Juszczyk. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
And there are really very few fullbacks in the NFL today that get used as weapons in the passing game. But Kyle Juszczyk, definitely one of them. Part of the reason he's been a Pro Bowler 5 years in a row.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. To throw is Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Garoppolo now, first down throw. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Daniil Hunter racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. And they will take a knee here. And they take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Vikings, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. So for our entire crew,
Playoffs.